They edit it later, so don't worry.
Alright, good afternoon everyone. My name is Kailie Peck and this is my senior project. My essential question is, how can I successfully demonstrate and teach the skills needed to live a healthy lifestyle mentally and physically? Why did I choose this topic? My passion for this topic originally stemmed during the time period of COVID. Life was kind of on pause, really. School was online, really no social life, so my mental health was really struggling, but I didn't realize that everyone else's also was, and no one was really talking about it. Also, the lack of attention centered around mental health, and I also wanted to just become an outlet and a safe place for students here in Mills High School to talk to or to reach out. I know being a freshman especially, you feel nervous, maybe going to a guidance counselor, so just having a student, it was just a really good outlet for what I hope to accomplish. I really wanted to make an impact on the students, and I wanted to educate and guide them on their own personal growth journeys so they can take the habits that I've taught them and take that with them in high school, college, whatever that may be. I wanted to show Mills High School the importance of a mental health class and incorporating that into their schedules. And I wanted to also, like I said, create a comfortable and welcoming, safe environment and inspire the students to continue this project in the future for their senior project as well. Here are my mentors, Miss Sullivan. She knows pretty much everything about mental health, and I've known her since 8th grade, so she's watched me grow and learn everything I need to know. And Mr. Kendrick here, no pictures of him, but he's awesome. He taught me everything I need to know. He's so knowledgeable about physical health and physical habits to include into your life. This is my project plan and time frame. I taught the class over the course of 8 months. I began organizing the class period itself in October. I didn't do September just because Flex Block wasn't really established and we were just kind of getting in the groove of school. And I did meetings every other week during Flex Block period, typically on B days, and my last class was held on May 5th. Here's my research overview. This is no set plan on how to have a better mental health. This is just some topics that I researched that I felt best displayed what I wanted to convey to the students. So how does exercise affect the brain, the mind and body connection, activities that contribute to building self-awareness, the importance of good nutrition to mental and physical health, and building self-esteem. For approval, I needed permission from Mr. Adiki, which was super easy. I just got the go right away during Flex Block period to have it in the auditorium, and just permission from Ms. Sullivan to mentor me through this class. Fundraising, I didn't really have a fundraising-based project, but I knew from the beginning that I wanted to give back to the students in some way for selecting my class. I created a GoFundMe, and I had a goal of $500 towards the custom sweatshirts I designed, and the extra donations were to go towards the GED Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that just kind of supports mental health in adolescents. So here's one of the themes that I really wanted to convey. I'm sure we're all on our phones as much. It's not just teens too, we're all very bad about it. So here I have 2 images of 2 of my students' cell phones, and I wanted to just help them include better habits into their phones and organize them better. So I just have 4 apps. The top one, that's a little plant. It's a water tracking app. So it's not only fun, but you can see the little widgets right there. You can track it throughout the day. The pink one is called Habit. The little widgets in the middle. So for example, read a book, stretch, go outside, mind clearing, breathing. Those are all habits. Maybe instead of scrolling on Instagram, you can do one of those for like 15 minutes. Another one I have, this black one right here, is called Motivation, which just gives you quotes throughout the day. And my last one, Daily Bean, which you can see on the far image, that's just an online journaling and mood tracking app, so you can kind of get an overview of what you're doing when you feel on good days and what you're kind of not doing on bad days. Here is another activity I did called Self-Care Bingo. I just made a list of personal activities that I felt worked for me and other people, and I had the students just fill out a blank bingo sheet, and then as their homework, I just had them do their bingo, and then they would check that off. And here's just a little boomerang of us doing that in class. Very fun. All right, and then the most popular one, which is very overshadowed, we just discussed a lot in journal. I think it's so important to just talk with them and create a safe environment. So once you build that safe environment, everyone feels vulnerable and there's no judgment there, and that's really hard to do at a young age like this. So I would do questions that would be self-reflective, happy, just talk about your day, really anything. So just a couple examples of what I have are, how have your weaknesses helped you succeed? When do you doubt yourself most? Do you feel pressured or by any certain influences around you? And name your most recent achievements that you're most proud of. And here's just an example of one of my students' journals that she had curated throughout the class. Here are the sweatshirts. I didn't want them to be like Kailie Senior project or anything about my name on them. I just wanted to have a message that really conveyed what I wanted to teach to them throughout the class. So the front says, in case no one's told you today, I'm proud of you. And the back just has some flowers, and it says, of all our human resources, the most precious is the desire to improve. So this was my last class, my project now. We just met up and we all tried on the sweatshirts and we gave hugs. It was really sad. Everyone said thank you. Got some pictures of Harry's. You can see he got in some. And it was just really amazing just seeing everyone wear the sweatshirts in my final design that I wanted, and it just came out awesome. My successes, the personal connections definitely that I've built with the students. It feels like I've created like a little family with them, and even when I'm off to college, I know they'll always reach out and stay in touch with whatever they do or whatever they need. The custom sweatshirts, obviously I was a little nervous if the students would like them and like color choices, whatever, but it went so well, they loved them. I exceeded the goal of the fundraiser by double the amount that I was expecting. And the impact this class has left was amazing. I think it's definitely going to be included more, and a student, Mia Braccio, also is going to take over for it next year. So you guys got to send me pictures of that when she's up here. My obstacles. So student schedules on flex block days obviously is totally reasonable if they needed to be taken out for a test, homework, studying, whatever it may be. And my fundraising goal. I was in hopes of donating half the amount to the GED Foundation, but the sweatshirts were actually just the price of the fundraising amount I had made. So I'm super fortunate that the sweatshirts came out and the girls loved them, but I'm still really sad that I didn't get to donate half the amount to that foundation. What I got out of this project, like I said, the impact and just the importance of it all. Going into this, I really just wanted them to learn and remember it, but I didn't think I was making this much of an impact on the students. So these are just some texts that I received from them throughout the course of this class, and the text to the left, Abby Powers, her SRP project, she needed a reference, and she was doing hers on why mental health needs to be included more in schools. So she used my research papers as her knowledge for that, which felt really awesome that she looked towards me for that. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Ms. Sullivan for helping me with quite literally everything and being available whenever I just peeked my head in and I said, hey, can we go over this? She was awesome. Mr. Kendrick is just so knowledgeable on everything I needed to know with the physical health and also mental health as well. He knows so much about that. Mr. Carter with all the help with my papers and just being an amazing source for me to turn to. Family and friends for being so supportive. And the students for just taking the class really seriously. I was worried that it is a senior project, it's not an actual teacher. So I'm super wonderful that they were just dedicated and committed to the class just as much as I was. Here's the core values and mission statement. I'm sure you guys have heard this a million times, but this connects to my project by just Millis High School fostering the intellectual, personal, and social growth of all its learners and challenges students to develop increased understanding of themselves as citizens in a global society. Your perspective is how you view everything, and how you view yourself is very important. So this is definitely, if you want to be the citizen you want to be, this is exactly what you need to follow. Here's my works cited and confession.